Hi. So I look the same as I did yesterday because I'm filming these videos on the same day. I still look quite dramatic, I know. But today I want to talk about this concept, this dance of ask and receive. Because I made a video recently where I talked about, is law of attraction toxic positivity, or is it wishful thinking, and why is it that we keep on asking things but not receiving? And in it I said that asking for something and receiving it are two different vibrational states. And I think that's a little bit difficult to understand, but I would like for all of us to start receiving the things that we have been asking for. So what does it mean that they are two different vibrational states then? I just mean that they are two different emotional states, rather. When you're asking for something, usually you are in the midst of a problem of some sort. You are in the midst of an unwanted situation of some sort. Something that you don't want. And if that's the case, you are automatically, subconsciously even, asking for a solution to this problem or situation. But in that other video, I said that asking for a solution is, that's like holding a pitchfork. And in order to get something else, to hold something else, to hold the solution, you need to put the pitchfork down. So basically you need to let the problem go. You need to let go of it in order for the solution to be able to come to you, to occur to you. You can't hold two at the same time. Can only hold one vibration or one emotional state at the same time, basically. So we all know what asking feels like. Asking feels usually just uncomfortable. You feel like there is a problem to which you need a solution. And you don't have the solution yet. You feel probably, you feel a lot of negative emotion. You feel bad, to put it simply. And because I said that asking and receiving are two opposing vibrations, they are two opposing emotional states, they oppose each other basically, then if you, while you are in asking mode, you feel negative emotion, you feel bad, then logically it means that the receiving mode, in that kind of mode, when you are actually open to receiving the solution, you feel good. And that's what it's like. Receiving mode, being open to that, being open to the solutions occurring to you, it feels good. This is why I talk about your emotional state all the time. Because the solution can't occur to you if you're not open to that, if you're not feeling good. So now the question becomes, what do I need to do then in order to be in the receiving mode? And it's not really more complicated than you need to do things that would make you feel better. Whether in your physical reality, things that would make you feel better, some kind of actions, some kind of hobbies that you have that would make you feel better. You need to distract yourself from the problem, basically. You need to not be thinking about the problem so much. You need to be thinking about things that make you feel better. Receiving mode feels like this, basically. Like, look at it. Like, look. There's the sun, right? There's all of this nature. The receiving mode feels like going out into nature and just taking a walk. Just a chill walk. And just noticing how pretty nature is and Like, you know how good it is that there are these birds singing. It's doing something and feeling better, feeling relief, feeling good. You know, you could take a shower or something and feel good about that. That's pretty relaxing, usually. That would be being in the receiving mode. Just anything and everything that you can think of to do that would make you feel good. And you know, I understand that there are a lot of people out there who don't feel good and who haven't felt good in a long time. And I'm gonna link a video here about, you know, what I think is basically the source of all of our suffering. And I hope that if you do feel called to watch it, that you will get something out of that. But I do know that there are lots of people who they don't feel so good. So this is really annoying to them to hear. What I need to feel good to be in the receiving mode to get my solutions. And basically, yeah, you do need to do that. But if you're feeling really, really bad right now, you are too far away from that. So what can you do then? If you're one of these people who is just feeling too far away, because you can't, if you're really unhappy right now, if you're really depressed right now, you can't get to happy. You can't make a jump like that. But you can find relief. So in your case, obviously I can't tell you what to do. You know best. And you don't have to do anything that I say. It's just that when I was in that kind of state, I just started looking for relief. I started looking for little things that I could do that would make me feel better. And I get it that sometimes you feel so bad you don't even want to get out of bed. But I feel like for you, it might be about focusing on something really simple that you could do right now. So yes, you do kind of have to force yourself out of bed. And you have to force yourself to, just take a shower or something. Or watch some kind of chill movie that you like. Basically for you, in order to get into the receiving mode, because receiving mode feels good. Like that's just a fact. But sometimes you're too far away from feeling good. Then you need to look for small things to do that would make you feel better, that would give you some relief. It doesn't have to be big. Sometimes you feel so bad you don't even want to go out into society. You don't want to interact with anybody. And you don't need to do that. You can just do these small little things for yourself in order to make yourself feel better. And nobody else has to be a part of that. It's not like you need to become like a social person if you are not a social person. Like I'm introverted myself, And when I'm in the receiving mode, it doesn't always mean that I'm like out there with people doing things. You can be completely by yourself and still be in the receiving mode. It's just that if you're feeling really bad, you have these habits of thought, these patterns of thinking that like literally make you feel that way and that you can't really get out of so easily because they are so practiced. That's why I suggest that you watch my other video. It's called The Swords in Our Lives and Why We Suffer or Not. Because you're just so used to practicing this bad feeling that you can't get to feeling good right now. You can just find some relief. And you can't force your brain. Like you can't tell your brain, I'm going to feel good now. Or you can't say, oh, actually everything is fine, I am happy. You know you don't feel that way. And the universe knows that you don't feel that way, because the universe is just always responding to how you feel. So you need to find some way of starting to break these patterns of thought little by little. And it might be a good idea for you to just go out into nature. Just, try to take a walk or something if you are able to. Because nature is very high vibrational. Like, there is no resistance in nature, really. So it's kind of easy to observe and feel a little bit better about, because if you come out here, there's always going to be something to feel better about, because there's so much, beauty. It's like simple things in nature that are easy to appreciate. Because right now, if you have been feeling bad for a really long time, your brain is so used to that. And if you don't do anything, you don't even go outside, just by yourself, just for yourself, then it's like your brain is starving for something to focus on other than the things that you have been focusing on. And what you have been focusing on are these like negative patterns of thought, bad feeling thoughts. That's what you have been focusing on, what you have been practicing. And so your brain is just latching onto those things. But if you go out, like if you try to do something, some little things for yourself like that, you will give your brain, at least for a moment, something else to focus on. And yeah, you do have to kind of force yourself to do it. I had to force myself to do it. But I find that over time it does start to help. And yeah, you might find that you do the thing, and then when you come back home, it's like all the same again. You just, you'll go back to thinking the way that you were thinking before. But if you do the thing, and then you feel some relief, you are little by little making it less likely that you will immediately go back to the way that you were thinking before, because now you actually do feel a little bit better. So it's like by doing these things, you are practicing feeling a little bit better. And it's that the pathway to the receiving mode then is a pathway of feeling relief, of feeling better. So that eventually, this is going to take you some time. I can't tell you how long it's going to take you, but the pathway is feeling relief. So that eventually you could feel better, and then you could feel good. Eventually. But you have to stay at it. You have to stay the course. So this is just a side note for anyone who is like really not feeling that good. It's just my 2 cents on that. But yeah, the receiving mode just feels like things, but being focused on things that are easy to appreciate, things to feel good about, thinking about things to feel good about, looking for things to feel good about, consciously doing that, stopping yourself from doing that other thing you like to do, where you like to worry about stuff. I know you don't like to do it, but you have practiced doing that, so you are likely to want to do that. But this is why I talk about caring about how you feel. Because if you care about how you feel, you will not want to do these things that make you feel worse and worse and worse. But it takes practice, because your brain is a muscle that you train with your thoughts. Happiness, feeling good, feeling these good feeling emotions, it's just a trained habit of thought. It's not something that just randomly happened or happens to someone and then they just are there and they feel that way all the time. No, you have to train yourself. And you understand, like, if you think about the gym, like, if you go to the gym and you've never been there before, but you've just decided that, I want this fit, strong body. And then you go to the gym for the very first time. And so you're trying to do something new now, because you've been living a sort of lifestyle up until this point, and now you're doing something new. Your body doesn't want to do the things that you're trying to make it do. But if you're going to the gym, you don't think, as you try out something new and it doesn't, you fail at it, basically. You don't think, well, clearly getting a fit, strong body is just impossible. So I'm going to stop doing this and I'm never coming back here again, because it's clearly impossible. You understand that it is a process and that you have to keep on doing it in order to make progress. Your brain is the same way. The same way with changing your habits of thought. You have to practice it. You have to practice yourself into feeling better, looking for better feeling thoughts. You have to practice yourself into feeling good. That's what the receiving mode feels like. It feels good. Always. It just feels good. So you have to get to feeling good. So I think that's all I have to say about that. That's what it feels like. It feels good. So I don't know, maybe go take a walk or something. Try to notice the beauty in nature. And in that moment, you will be in the receiving mode. And that's what it feels like. It's just doing things like that. Things that make you feel good. Doing those things more of the time than doing all of this worrying and complaining about things. So I hope that this helps someone, anyone, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.